I'm going to try and do this again now because I was getting a bit distracted by other things. Annie's down here asleep at my feet now. I need to introduce you to Squirrel, who has seen a few better days already. But I won't squeeze it, but there is a squeaker in the head. There's this in the bottom. There's that there. And I went upstairs and came back downstairs and she had this in her mouth. So I put Squirrel back there and she'll have it when she wakes up. She's a great one. You go upstairs and you have to watch your feet because she takes all her toys from the toy basket down here and takes them upstairs, puts them on our bed, and then gradually they all come back down. So we're in the bring them down stage, so you have to watch where you're walking because you could fall over a monkey or a squirrel or an empty Coke bottle. Why empty Coke bottles? I don't know. Most dogs go for balls, don't they? Anyway, had a not bad weekend. The morning on Saturday, Ian was out to a men's breakfast from church and he had a nice time. I sat and I did my devotion readings and did some prayer time. Had some prayer time, not did it, had some. And he got home, and in the afternoon we went to a birthday party for one of our special needs people in church. She had her 40th party and met her parents, and apparently I'm church mum, Ian's church dad, and we had to meet real mum, real dad. So, but anyway, everybody knows that she's looked after now, so that's good. Saturday evening I finished. Hold on, let me reach down here and get it. No, that's not it. That's the front. That's the sleeve I cast on. Ooh. Here we are. Here's the sleeve I finished on Saturday. I looked at it and I thought, gosh, that's so big. But I forgot it's raglan sleeves. So that would be the length. Hang on. That there will be the length of the sleeve. And then this is all where it gets fitted in. So that looks good. And now I'm doing the other sleeve. Put it back in the tin. And then it's just the niceties like the button band and the collar and yeah, and sewing it together. I hate sewing together. Knitting is fine. Sewing together, I can do without it, but I will do it. And this little thing will get finished. Getting blown around all around the place. So yeah, Sunday was just normal stuff. Church, lunch out, and then we were back home and I slept. I had a good solid 2 hours sleep yesterday afternoon and then woke up and refilled my pill box for this week. Shoved the washing machine on. What else did I do? Something. I have a film recommendation for you. I expect you can find it on the TV if you watch TV through your computer. I expect you can find it somewhere. I have the DVD of it, which my sister gave to me 4 or 5 years ago. And it was on the TV when Ian dropped me off and then went to the stag do. That's when I was watching it. I found it on TV. Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. And if you get the chance, I totally recommend you watch it. The premise is that you've got a cleaning lady from, I believe, the East End of London. She drops her H's, Mrs. Harris, but she's lovely. And one of the people that she cleans for is like a lady in Lord Muck. And this lady says she's got this dress, and it's a Dior dress. And Mrs. Harris, Ada, she longs to have a Christian Dior dress. And she works double jobs, triple jobs, you name it. She saves every single penny she's got. Anyway, eventually, but I'm not going to tell you all the story, but she gets the money she needs. And back then, it was just post the war, and I suppose it would, I think she said she needed £500 to get this dress. And it just sort of follows her on her trip to Paris, her trip, her visits into the Dior place. The differences that she makes to people's lives, and how she realizes that I think she realizes that her life is of importance. And yeah, it's a good film. It really is a nice, gentle sort of film. If it's a throw off from a book, then I would want to read the book. It's really good. I like it. So I recommend that film. As I said, it's called Mrs. Harris Goes to Paris. I don't think I would ever want to have a Dior dress. I'm so much, well, common as muck, really, I suppose. Shorts and a t-shirt. Today I've got a t-shirt on with a knitting guinea pig. I do wonder sometimes if I need to just wear dresses all the time. But I don't know about that. Would I feel more feminine doing that? Or would it just get in the way? Stuff to think about. Stuff to think about indeed. Now I've shown you the sleeve. I've shown you the one I cast on, which ought to be put back out of danger of a little puppy as well. Told you about the party for the tennis. Watched some tennis. Now I saw, let me think, the last game of the second set and the third set of the women's final. And I have to say, what a worthy opponent the runner-up was. She saved so many match points. It was absolutely unbelievable. I was really thrilled with that game. And then yesterday I came downstairs from my rather long 2-hour nap and caught the last couple of sets. Or was it the last set? I caught a good hour and a bit of the end of the men's. And again, I didn't watch the speeches. We didn't do that at all. We turned over for Antiques Roadshow. But it was a good match. Worthy players playing each other. So that was good. I watched Antiques Roadshow, which I always thoroughly enjoy. And then Ian wanted to put on what's it called? Silent witness. And that's fine, you know. But for me, it was a bit much fun when they're finding this dismembered body. And it's got tattoos all over it. And they're trying to work out from the tattoo who the person was. Because they didn't have their head yet. They just had a leg and an arm. And I said to him, I can't sit here and watch this. So I went up to bed and I was asleep. I don't remember them. I say them, him and Annie. I don't remember them coming to bed. I'm sure I must have spoken to them. Or did I? But I had a good sleep last night. It is still warm, but there's a really quite strong breeze going on. I've got the fan going on in here, just so it does stay cool. But yeah, it's quite pleasant today. So that's good. I did reception this morning. Quite busy. We had people coming in to drop things off. We had a girl come in with her mother because she's doing a dance exam and she needed to have space to practice, and her teacher arrived and that was all going on. There was a group of women who come in to have English lessons with their tutors. There was somebody who delivered stuff to the kitchen. There was somebody who just happened to pop in, and he popped in at the moment that somebody reported a toilet leaking, so he could sort that out a bit. Somebody popped in with her dog, which was all right. Yeah, it was kind of busy, and yet not busy, if you know what I mean. Anyhow, after that, my friend came to the church and we had a time of prayer together. And that was good. Except I got to the point of I just want to go home. I've done 3 hours reception and 2 hours praying. I want to go home. Is that dreadful? So, yeah, I got home here. Must be about 2:30. I had to stop in the shop and get some milk. And I also bought a magazine. Let me show you what I bought. We'll see if it's any good. The magazine I bought. So, make a handy tote bag. We'll have a look inside. Supercharge your summer. Oh, sunshine bakes. Look. Oh, it's a cushion cover pattern with crochet. I'll enjoy looking at that. So I've told you about that. I've told you about this. I think that's about all to tell you. I don't know. Ian won't be home till 7:30, 7:45. So, I'm thinking I'll do a very easy sort of meal, and then he'll be fed and I'll be fed, and that'll be all right. But I've had this really strange, I wonder if it's the gluten-free diet messing me up. Everybody says that if you eat gluten, you feel bloated. I've gone the other way. I haven't eaten any, and I feel uncomfortably bloated. And I have it, if you put your arm behind your back, and you've got that lower back indentation right above your hip area, and the top of your buttocks, I suppose, ache. It's a very, very annoying ache, which is then travelling around to my middle. Not nice. I'm okay. I'll keep doing everything that I'm meant to be doing, but it's annoying, and it makes my legs also ache, and I've had trouble with them. But yeah, what am I going to do? I just got to get used to the fact that I'm getting older. Oh, excuse me. So, Bible-wise, yesterday, oh, hold on. I'm going to pause you so I can reach it. Okay, I've got the Bible out now. Yesterday's, reading from church. Let me read it, and then I'll tell you what they were talking about. Husbands, Ephesians 5. Okay, Ephesians 5. Husbands, love your wives as Christ loved the church and gave himself up for her, that he might sanctify her, having cleansed her by the washing of water with the word, so that he might present the church to himself in splendour, without spot or wrinkle or any such thing, that she might be holy and without blemish. In the same way, husbands should love their wives as their own bodies. He who loves his wife loves himself, for no one ever hated his own flesh, but nourishes and cherishes it, just as Christ does the church, because we are members of his body. Right, so what he was saying was basically that in, I'll bring this up here and look down at you, Jewish customs, the young man would go to his intended and propose, if you like, and if she drank a sip of the wine he offered her, then she was betrothed. And at that point, basically in all but actions or intimacy, they were married. She would then take his name, and she would wear a veil over her face, which signified that she was no longer available. And he, the young man, would go off and start building either his own house or an extension to his father's house. And when his father said the house was good enough, he would then send a messenger to the wife saying, get ready, I'm coming for you. And then he would go, they'd get married, and then she'd go off da-da. And he was saying that Jesus is a young man, a bridegroom, and we are the bride, and he's come. We've accepted him into our hearts. We've taken a sip of the wine, if you like. The Last Supper, he offered the cup to everybody. It's the wind rattling things. And then he goes away to prepare a home for you, a place for you. And is that not what Jesus has done? He's gone off to prepare a place for you, for us, for me. And then he has sent many messengers, if you like. I think the likes of Billy Graham and whoever, Salvation Army people, the Booths, or I don't know very many of the modern preachers, to be honest with you, but he's sent messengers to give us the message that he's just about ready. He is almost ready. Are we ready? And yeah, it's just, when he comes back for us, he's going to wrap his arms around us, his cloak around us, if you like, and we will be his. I'd never make a preacher, guys, but that was basically, and the title of the series of sermons has been Jesus on Every Page. So we've gone from Genesis, then there was David, lots of things which he shows that it points to Jesus all the time. I love Ephesians. I mean, in the next chapter, chapter 6, we've got the whole armour of God. It's wonderful. Finally, be strong in the Lord and in the strength of his might. Put on the whole armour of God, so that you may be able to stand against the schemes of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the cosmic powers over this present darkness. There is a book that I want to read, and I think it is Frank Peretti, and he's written a book that I think is called Just This Present Darkness. So that just reminded me. Against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly places. Therefore take up the whole armour of God, that you may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand firm. Stand therefore, having fastened on the belt of truth, and having put on the breastplate of righteousness, and as shoes for your feet, having put on the readiness given by the gospel of peace. In all circumstances take up the shield of faith, with which you can extinguish all the flaming darts of the evil one, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying at all times in the Spirit with all prayer and supplication. I can remember asking somebody once, how often do you put on the full armour? So you just put it on once when you get saved, or what? And I was told daily. So I can't say that I'm good enough that I do it, because I don't. But when I think about it, I'm like putting on my helmet, putting on my breastplate, putting on my shoes. I've got the sword, I've got the shield, belt. I try to remember to put on all these things. And then hopefully, saying hopefully sounds a bit, I pray that when I try and tell you something from the Bible, this is the one that I give away sometime. Purely because my one is in my bag, because I took it today to the church. And if I ever misspeak by saying anything, then I trust that one of you would kindly, gently let me know. It's about time for me to stop. 25 minutes. I've yacked on 25 minutes. Look, I have a great idea. There's 38 of you lovely people out there who are subscribing. Now, I know one of you is from Uganda. Is that Thierry? I can't pronounce it. And I know, of course, Angie's in, I think, Delaware. But I was wondering if people would comment with their name and where they are and maybe how they found me. That would be really exciting for me to see. So if you feel okay doing that, I would love it. It does give me a boost to see a comment coming up, and I'm really grateful to all of you. This is actually, when I think back to when I started this channel, I felt very stupid talking to myself, but this has actually given me some confidence and I should say helped to give me some confidence, and I'm just really grateful for the opportunity. It's not ever going to be one of these mad influencer channels. No. I don't think I could actually cope with the stress, because if you've got a big channel with thousands of subscribers, then you feel obligated to put something up every day. Well, I say don't you, but I would feel obligated to put something up every day. And yeah, it wouldn't be fun anymore. So I'm not going to ever be a wildly well-known influencer channel. I'm quite happy to be a quiet little sofa chat channel, with the very rare occasions that I might go out and show you something. Okay, if you've got any other ideas what I should talk about, rather than just this and that, let me know in the comments. If you have a channel that I haven't yet followed back, let me know. I'll have a look and see what you got. And yeah, that was me banging onto the Bible. Yeah, just take care of yourselves. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.